So is December lost? If it is, east of the Mississippi River, what's the whole winter going to be like? Is the winter over? No, I don't believe that. I still believe in the October Eurasian snow cover paradigm and the changing QBO. So what about the analog years? Well, this is from the original forecast. We're going to talk about the QBO here for a second because this is important. The QBO represents the quasi-biennial oscillation. Now, here's some links about it, but essentially what this is a current of wind that exists at the very top of the atmosphere. Now this current of wind blows from west to east, and then it reaches neutral, then it goes back from east to west. And sometimes in certain cycles, certain weather patterns are favored. And what it also does is it also feeds essentially extra energy to the Pacific jet when the QBO is very strong and very strongly out of the negative values. And we'll see how that works in a second. But we're going to talk about this for 1 second. Now, let's talk about the QBO. This is over here on the left-hand side is the current QBO values right here. You can see this all the way from January. Now, the key point here is minus 25, minus 27, look at these strong values here from July, August, September, and October. So what we're looking for is to find out what the QBO is going to be doing down the road. And see if we can find any common analog. So for October, the QBO was minus 24.51, and for November, it was minus 18.95. So the QBO is rising. It's coming up towards neutral. You follow me? And the idea is at this pace here, by the time we get to January, February, March, the QBO is going to be minus 10 to 0.0. So that's what we're thinking about here, and that might change the winter around. Now, my December forecast was partially based upon the QBO being strongly negative. If you look at all the December QBOs that were severely negative, this was the weather pattern. December 2003, December 1979, December 1989, 84, and December 1970. They all featured a strong ridge, as you can see, right in here, a big trough on the west coast, a big ridge in the eastern Pacific, and look at that huge ridge over Scandinavia, and not a negative NAO. And that is exactly the pattern we're seeing. That's it, folks. Really, it's not brain surgery. So, DT, are you telling me that one of the reasons you went for a super warm December was because of the QBO values? Bingo, Spike, that's exactly what I'm telling you. And let me show you how this works. We're looking at QBO values, which were minus 25 or lower for 3 or 4 months. This is not common in all the QBOs. It means something. So let me show you. We're going to take a look at all the QBOs in the database, and we're going to look at all those severely negative minus 25 values during the summer and autumn months that were not El Niños, not La Niñas, and find out what Decembers there were. There was December 2003, December 1979, December 1970, and December 1985. This is what the temperatures look like for those Decembers. Look how warm they were. That's right now. That's it, folks. And it's only going to get warmer over the next 7 to 10 days. That's the pattern. See that? Now, let's take a look at the upper air atmospheric pattern. This is all those Decembers we just mentioned. 2003, December 84, December 70, December 79. Holy crap! It's the pattern! This is the pattern right now we're looking at. Massive trough on the west coast, big Pacific ridge over the North Pacific, vortex here over Alaska and Siberia, Scandinavian block, huge ridge over the central and eastern United States. This is the pattern we're seeing right now. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than this. There it is. This is the day 9, day 10 pattern. Look. Here. That's it. That's the pattern, really. So what we're looking at here, we want to go back in the past and find all the QBOs which reached minus 25 or lower for 2 months during the summer and the autumn, and then rose rapidly in November, December, like the current QBO is, and it reached minus 10 or higher during January, February, March, like minus 8, minus 5, minus 2. Were there any ones like that? Well, let's take a look-see. This is all the data, and I went through the data like I pointed out here, so I just want to show you what the data looks like here. And this numbers at the bottom represent the ones for 2012, as you can see right in here. See this right in here? Oops, let me call it up. Right in here, right here. This is the current ones, okay? So I went through the data, like I said, and what we found out is these are the winters: December 2003, 2004, December 79 into the winter rest of 1980, December 70 into January, February 71, and December 1984 into January, February 85. We got 4 winters to look at. This is the pattern for those winters in January. Whoa! What is this? This is a total pattern reversal. Look at the negative NAO here, folks. Very nice. Look at the huge 50-50 low there. Very nice. There's our ridging here. Here's our cold air. Wow, that is a total pattern reversal. That's what it's telling me. And if we go further, look at the temperatures for those 4 Januaries. January 04, 71, 80, 85. Pretty cold. Some pretty cold stuff up in here. So, are you telling me, DT, that it might actually shift? Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. This is February. Again, we have some blocking here. Not great blocking, but some. A bit of a here and one over in this area here. And we also have a mean trough here in the Midwest, and then a low latitude ridge over the southeast. So this indicates Midwest and Northeast snowstorms and ice storms. So this has got some potential yet. If this QBO rises like that, the pattern could flip. These are our temperatures for February of those winters. Not too shabby. That's cold stuff. That's cold stuff. Yeah, baby. So I'm telling you here, it's not over yet. And this is the pattern. If you combine both those together, January, February, this is the pattern. That's a nice looking 500 millibar pattern for the winter, the second half of the winter. That does not suck. And finally, if we look at the PSD, which is the alternate version of the GFS, run it from the folks at ERSL, and you can see what it's doing here, and you're going to see some talk about this over the next several days, I'm sure of it. There's the positive anomaly. That's what the red represents, a bulge in the atmosphere, something that shouldn't normally be there, like a Greenland block, except in this case it's over Scandinavia. So this is the forecast for Sunday into Monday. And then we can see the block moving. You see how the red is moving towards Greenland now by day 6, December 15th, and now it's got the block over Greenland by December 21st. No, 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 no. This is Bravo Sierra. This is not correct. I'm going to ignore it, and you should too. It's just going to get your hopes up. Anyway, that's the forecast. Like I said, I think January, February are going to turn, and I really do believe that. And I believe that because the December QBO values so strongly indicated how amazingly warm December was going to be. So if the pattern holds and the science holds and the snow total paradigm holds over Eurasia, I think January and February are going to be pretty decent. This is meteorologist DET. I'll talk to you soon, and Merry Christmas.